Audio Jungle.
Oh yeah! What do you get when you put four of the most opinionated grown-ass single men on one show? You get the Middle-Aged Still Single podcast! Let's meet the crew!
Audio Jungle.
Mitchell! Nasir!
Audio Jungle.
Nimo! Big Rob! Let's get it! All right, good evening. This is Rob from Middle Age Still Single. We have one of our very first recordings today. When we started to do the podcast, I really wanted to, have you meet the guys before we really started getting together. So, give you a reason to listen to our podcast. So this is our very first time, our solo shot with Mr. O'Morrow, Mr. Nimo. I have 20 questions for him. How you doing today, Mr. Nimo? What's going on?
I'm doing good, Rob. What's going on?
Life is good, brother. Life is good. So let's get to it here. Nimo, tell me about your childhood, sir. Give me a brief synopsis of your childhood.
I was born in Nigeria, so my childhood was pretty rough growing up. But I thank God I'm alive. I survived. I won't complain. I won't change my life for anything in the world, to be honest with you. I'm truly blessed. Came from all the way from Nigeria. Now I'm in America. I own my own business. I would say I'm pretty successful compared to a lot of Americans. So that's basically my childhood. It was a struggle, but I'm here.
At what age did you come to the United States, Nimo?
When?
Yeah, what age? Mm-hmm.
When I was 13 or 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's been a while.
Was it a rough transition for you?
Yes, it was pretty tough learning the English language, trying to get used to it. So I came in during my high school here in America. So that was pretty tough because high school kids, they are rough. They will make fun of you. If you're a foreigner, you don't know how to speak the language. It was rough, but I won't change anything. I'm here. I'm excited.
I gotcha. All right. So let's get into some of these other questions here. Tell me about your first love, Nimo. Do you remember back then? Do you remember that far, brother?
No, man. I think I was talking about this, but I don't think I've ever truly been in love, to be honest with you. I was married and now I'm divorced. I'll say I loved her, but I'm divorced now. I don't know if that was truly first love, to be honest with you, but I care so much about her. We do have a daughter together. So I'll say that was my first love.
And
I would say, so.
At what age did you meet her? How old were you when you met her?
How old was I when I met her? I was 29. So that's the difference. In America, I know that's old.
That's old, bro.
But as a foreigner, that's about average. That's about the right time to meet somebody, get married, and things like that. So it's a different in culture.
Okay, so you like nothing as a teenager, no relationships as a teenager, man?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
No relationships as a teenager?
No, not as a teenager. When I came, I was in high school. Basically, I was trying to adapt to the environment, to the language. So relationship was not an option at that time. That was the last thing on my mind. I was trying to, get acquainted with the country at that time. So nothing really as a teenager.
Okay. All right. So how about your first jobs, man? Like, from everything that we understand, you're a hard worker. What were some of your first jobs when you came here to the country?
My first, I actually worked at Church's Chicken. Church's Chicken. Have you ever heard of it?
Of course.
I don't know if. Oh, really?
Of course, bro.
Man,
I'm from New York, bro. I've been all over the place.
Okay. I worked at Church's Chicken for a few years when I was 16 or 17. Worked there for a couple of years. Then I also worked at UPS. Now, that's a hard job. I mean, you got to load 350 packages in about an hour or so. But I was the best at it though, so I took pride in doing it. So those are my first couple of jobs before I actually went to college and graduated and got a job. But Church's Chicken, UPS, I met a lot of good friends especially from UPS. I met some guys there also love what I do, which is play soccer. I love playing soccer. So from there, I was able to kind of make some friends because in high school, I made some friends, but not really because I was trying to adapt. And in America, they'll make fun of you. You know, if you can't speak the language, you can't flow with them. I can't even go at it, but people make fun of me in every single way you can imagine. But it made me who I am right now. So, I can't complain about that.
So you're a business owner, all right?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about your business. Tell me a little bit about your business, man.
Basically, our category is healthcare. So we provide independent company with comprehensive criminal background check, as well as the most cost-effective drug testing available. So we do DNA and paternity test, hair follicle test, fingernails, name it. One-stop shop when it comes to your pre-employment screening. So that's what we do. And I also just started my real estate business last year. So I do own a couple of rental properties. So I'm working on that, growing on that. The market is a little bit rough right now. But my good friend Mitch knows a lot more about that. So I'm going to be looking forward to speaking to Mitch about it. So giving me a little bit more knowledge on real estate.
Okay. And you're also an author. You wrote a book. So what's the name of the book? And tell me just a little bit about the book, sir.
Oh man, that's a secret. So I'm gonna give you a little taste of what it's like to be a foreigner in America. Okay. And I wrote this book during the Donald Trump era. So I can give you all the information, but later on, as we start doing a little bit more episode, I'll give you more precise information, give you some details about the book, how I came to America, the struggles that I went through, the difficult times. You're going to know all about me. So we're going to pause on it, but it's coming. It's coming, guys. It's coming.
You want to give us the name of the book, man? And like for people who want to go out and buy it, and tell me where they can buy it at, man?
The Foreigner True Story.
The Foreigner's True Story. Okay.
True Story. Yes.
And where can somebody buy that if they wanted to?
It's on Amazon
It
right
is on
now.
Amazon. Okay.
But yes, but I would like to talk a little bit more about it, give people a little bit more info so they can get into it. But when we get with the group, I'm going to talk a little bit more about it and let everybody know about it.
Okay, good. All right. So we met in Colombia. All right. We had gone through an AFA, a foreign affair, and it was all right. It was an agency that single gentlemen from all over the world come to Colombia to meet Colombian women and looking for relationships.
Yes,
so tell me, man, what made you go to Colombia? Like, what was it that a young professional man like yourself, a middle-aged professional man like yourself, successful, what made you want to go there?
To be honest with you, I love foreign women. So Colombia, I've heard a lot about Colombian women, but I just haven't really had the opportunity to go to Colombia. So I just thought this would be a great opportunity for me to go, meet some ladies, see if we connect, and just kind of, see how things go. So it was a lot of fun. It was an adventure that I was just willing to try to experience, basically. Through that, I met a lot of great friends. That's how I met you, of course. So it was just more of an adventure that I wanted to experience. And I love foreign girls. I love the culture. So hey, why not go for it? See what happens.
Okay. We've been to Colombia twice now together. What was your most memorable moment out of both the trips, man? Anything that you could think of that you think of a little more fondly than other things?
It's a lot of fun stuff while we were there. But I think hanging out with the guys was a lot of fun. But I did connect with one or two ladies. Unfortunately, now I'm extremely picky when it comes to ladies, so it didn't work out. But I won't mind going back to Colombia. There's a lot of beautiful women, a lot of women with good heart that are, hopefully in the next few months we'll get to travel there once in a while, and see what's going on. Hopefully, I can build some more connections. But I'm looking forward to going back and having a good time there.
I agree. All right, man. So as a single man, right? So you've done some dating. Like, what's a normal first date for you, man? Like, what's your go-to first date? Like, is it dinner and a movie? Like, what you do something special? What's for Nemo? Like, what can a woman expect for the very first time going out with Nemo?
Activity, but it's hard for me to find that in America, to be honest with you. So my first date, usually I want to go play. I want to do something active. And I want to go play volleyball or basketball or soccer. I want to do something active, or bowling, because during that time you're more relaxed, you're more social. Because if you go straight to dinner, there's a lot more pressure, conversation and things like that. But if you're doing something active, then you can kind of see the personality of that
Sure.
woman, and she can also see my personality at that time. So after that, go home, take a shower. We're a little bit more relaxed. We kind of know one another. Go to a dinner, go watch a movie, and that's pretty much it. Call it a day. Now, if I want to get real romantic, then I'll get some flowers, but that's usually on the second or third date. The first date, you just want to keep it simple, keep it basic, try to get to know one another.
Okay, good. All right, so I know we talk a little bit about movies, and man, since we just talked about romance, tell me, what's your favorite romantic comedy? Do you have a favorite rom-com?
Oh man, see, I don't watch a lot of movies, to be honest with you. I don't. My last 8-9 years, I've just been focused on my career, just working extremely hard. It doesn't mean I don't watch a movie. A lot of my time is either I'm working, or I'm watching sports. So I really don't. I'm sure if you give me a couple of names, I might remember something.
Like, have you seen The Notebook?
The
Notebook is like one of the famous. Well, that's not a romantic comedy, but let's see. Romantic comedies would be like You Got Mail, Sleepless in Seattle. When Harry Met.
What about the one with Kevin Hart? Which one? I can't remember the name. When he first started acting. I can't remember the name. Bad Guys. Oh no, I can't remember. Shoot, it's Kevin Hart. One of his first movies.
Bad Guys. I don't know about that.
Oh shoot.
Okay.
Oh man, I can't remember. I cannot remember that right now. It is. Oh man, there's a lot of pretty girls on that movie too.
Like what men think.
With Bad Guys.
What men think.
Yes.
What men think. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So I'll say that was a good movie. That was a good comedy movie right there.
Okay. All right. So, are you currently dating?
No, sir. I am not. But I think kind of like being single right now.
Mm-hmm.
As right this second as I'm speaking to you, for some reason I don't know why, but I kind of like being single. But in my heart, I think I'm ready. I have what a woman would need, on a partnership. I think I have that, but I just haven't found the right person yet.
Okay. And what was?
But currently, I am single.
When was the last time you went on a date?
Oh, that would be in Colombia.
Okay.
That was 5-6 months ago.
Wow. Okay.
So that's when I actually went on the date. So as you can see, I don't get to go out much.
No, you do not.
I'm a loner. So if there's any girls out there.
All right, man. So when we're talking about women now. What's a pet peeve you have about women? Like, what's some of the things that really kind of drive you crazy about a woman? In a negative way.
Oh man, communication. If they don't know how to communicate, and that's a big part of me right now. Back when I was young, it wasn't a big deal, but right now, if they cannot communicate properly, I just kind of lose interest, to be honest with you. And if they're lazy, if they're not active, and most importantly, if they don't believe in God.
Okay.
They got to believe in God. They got to believe in something. They got to have a passion about something in life. If they don't have a passion about something in life, it's a waste of my time. It's a waste, I don't think I can provide them anything. There's something about life that drives you. You got to have passion about something. So if you don't have that, I can't take it.
Okay. So we talked about doing this podcast for a little bit now. What do you
Yes, sir.
what do you hope to gain out of this podcast, bud?
To be honest with you, the opportunity for us to get to know one another more. We met, I think, in Colombia. I think we all pretty much met in Colombia, and we've kind of developed this relationship. And I think this middle-aged still single would give a lot of people a point of view that nobody else has. There's no show out there that's a middle-aged still single. There's no middle-aged show. So we're gonna give different point of view, and I'm gonna represent the African side, the foreign side. We have the healthcare, we have lawyers, we have so many different layers of individuals. So we're gonna talk about different things. So I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys, as well as you guys getting to know me, and opportunity for us to get to travel the world, enjoy ourselves while we're looking for our soulmates.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to ask you a question now. I'm going to give you the question, and I'm going to give you, my interpretation, right? So I'm going to ask you, what do you see your role as on this podcast? Like, what's your thing? So let me explain to you what I'm thinking. So, like, to me, like, Nas is kind of the ladies' man, right? Mitch is the token white dude, just in case, we're riding around and we get stopped by police in the United States somewhere. I'm kind of the sensible, nice guy, kind of keep peace. Now, what do you see your role as, man?
Oh, I think I'm the one that kind of keeps everybody in bay, basically. I'm the balance in check. I check everybody's points of view, make sure they're coming up correct, especially you. If you slip up, I'm going to have to question you. I'll give you my red card or my yellow card. And you guys are going to find out a little bit more about my red card and my yellow card. On that first episode, you're going to get to see it. You're going to know what it's all about. So my job is balance and check. Just check the balances. Make sure everything is correct.
Okay. All right. Any regrets in your life, man? Or let me ask you, hang on one second. A better question is, what's your biggest regret in life?
Oh, this is a sensitive subject to me. To be honest with you, my biggest regret would be not being able to spend enough time with my daughter. I think that's my biggest regret. So I live in Missouri. My daughter lives in Chicago. So it's a bit of a distance. So I used to drive once every month to go see her, but now it's just the driving is like almost 14, 15 hours, to go and to come back. So usually I just take the flight, to go see her. But that's my biggest regret, not being able to spend enough time with my daughter. So it hurts.
Mhm.
I just have to deal with it. And I'll pray to God that me and my daughter keeps having good relationship, and that's all I can hope for right now. But she's very happy. She's very smart. She gets all A's in school. That's nothing like me. I get a C or a B plus. I'm excited, but she gets all A plus. So I don't know where she get that smartness from. It must be from my mom or something.
Not from you for sure,
but
bro.
not me.
I can vouch that she didn't get that from you, brother. All right. So let's talk about this. I'm going to ask you an opinion question here. Your exes, all of your exes, think about that, right? Stop and think for a second about all of the ex-girlfriends you've had. What would they say would be the best thing about you, and what would they say would be the worst thing about you?
Physically?
No. Anything. Doesn't have to be physically. Like,
Oh man, that's a good question. I don't think they're gonna say anything they like about me. To be honest with
they
you,
don't like anything about
but
you.
I think I'm a good catch though. But if you ask them, like,
But
Nemo suck. But I'm sorry, this is a family show.
During your relationships, what would they say? What was the big problem with you, man? What would they say was the problem with you?
Back then, comes back around again, communication. I think back then my communication was not very good. So I didn't communicate properly. I was focused on whatever I was doing. So I said my communication was not where it needs to be to have a good relationship at all. And it starts with a good relationship to have any form of a relationship, regardless of if it's friendship or partnership of any kind, So I think my communication skills was fairly poor. So
and what would they say would be the best thing about you? Like, if you put all your exes in one room, like, what would they say would be the best thing about Nemo?
I'll say this: I'm caring.
Okay.
I'm a very caring individual. So I'm sensitive too. So I'm always thinking about what orders what orders are feeling. So I don't. It's just not about me. I'm always thinking, oh, okay, how does she feel about this? So I'll say caring in one word.
Okay. All right. So listen, I'm excited. We have a trip to Thailand coming up. All right. We'll be leaving, March 24th, which is just in a couple weeks from now. What are you looking forward to most on this trip to Thailand, man?
I'm looking forward to hanging out with the guys. And to me, this is like an adventure. I've never been to Thailand, so I think you've been there several times. So this might be, so I'll be using you as a guide and Nas as well as a guide. But I've never been there. It's going to be a new experience. I really don't know what to expect, but life, you don't know, life is unpredictable. You just don't know what to expect. And that's the fun part of it. So I want to go have fun with the guys, have fun. Hopefully I'll get to meet my Prince and Charming woman, but you never know. But I'm looking forward to it. So I'm looking forward to the unexpected, basically.
I got you. Okay. I want you to do me a favor, man. We're going to go through an exercise here. It's a visualization exercise, all right? Ready? Close your eyes, brother. And I want you to think about the perfect woman, your perfect woman, all right? You ready? You got her there? Is she in your head? You got it?
All right, go ahead with the question.
I'm going to ask you some specifics about her, right? You got to give me specifics here, all right? Close your eyes, all right? And when I ask the question, you give me specifics. Okay, how tall is she?
5'8", 5'9".
Okay, all right. And what nationality is she?
Asian.
Asian. Okay, like any specific Asian?
Chinese.
All right. What is she dressed in?
A red dress.
A red dress, like a sundress. What are we talking about? What kind of dress?
A dress that just catches a body. I don't know how to describe it, but it's just a fitted dress.
Okay. And as you're visualizing her, anything specific, really specific, standing out? Like anything jumping out at you besides the red dress? And
yes, she's active.
okay.
She has a great personality.
Okay.
She believes in God, and she has a passion. Her own separate. It could be a passion about tennis, basketball, reading, whatever it is. But she has a passion, something that drives her, that makes her wakes up every morning and have a wonderful day. That has nothing to do with me, but just belongs to her. It's her own personality.
Okay. How old is she?
29 to 39.
Give me one age, brother. This is a specific woman. Give me one age.
34 years
34 years old. All right. Does she have children?
No.
Okay. Which actually leads me to my next question here. Do you want any more children? Are you open to having some more children? Like what do you see in your future, man?
Yes, definitely. I would love to. So right now, I always just visualize just coming home, kids running around, me screaming at the kids, coming on to my wife. So I definitely want to have, if I'm truly blessed, 1 or 2 more kids. By the God's grace. So I'm really, yes, definitely I want to have kids and a family.
Okay. All right. And your last question, man. Last question here.
Yes, sir.
All right. What does your wedding look like? When you think about it, right? If you get to choose your wedding, what does your wedding look like, man?
Very simple.
Okay.
Simple.
Give me some specifics.
And to be honest with you, my wedding will be all based on what she needs. Mm-hmm. So whatever she needs that's what it's going to be. It's going to be all about her, what she needs. It's not about my wedding. It's going to be whatever she wants.
Okay, but listen, my question is, if you were to choose, right? If she says, "Hey, listen," she had already been married. Like she wants you to have your perfect wedding. What does that look like? What does Nemo's perfect wedding look like?
Oh man, I've never actually give that more thought because that's usually something that women think about,
That's
not
very sexist of
something
you,
that
bro.
a
That's
man.
very sexist of you, brother.
Hey,
I'm
I'm
just
just
letting you know,
saying,
man.
it's not something.
You're supposed to be sensitive,
It's
bro.
not something.
You're supposed to be
Hey,
sensitive.
I'm sensitive.
Okay, brother.
I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive,
Mm.
but it's just not something that I think about. It's like I said. So I think my perfect wedding would be just having my close relative around, our closest relatives around, and we just have a good time.
Are you on a beach?
And
Are you
that's
on a boat? Like, well, give me some specifics, man. Come on.
oh man, you see, and a beach would be nice. I'll keep it simple.
Okay.
In a church
In a church. Okay.
or hall, yeah, in a church.
Okay.
I think a simple wedding in a church with family around, close friends. That'll be a perfect wedding for me.
All right, brother. Listen, that's it, man. That's the end of my 20 questions, man. That was quick, huh?
Yes, sir. I hope I didn't mess up myself, but
Yeah.
you guys gonna get to know more about me coming up.
All right, man. Listen, thanks for hanging out with me for a little bit, brother. We'll get together this week. We're gonna do another episode this week. I'll be doing Nas's and Mitch's one-on-ones in the next 2 days. But yours will be the first one to get out, man. I'm glad the world will get a chance to know Nimo a little bit better. All right, brother. Have a wonderful night, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Peace.
Audio Jungle.